so that you can learn to let go of the outcome of where you think your life is going. You have no idea what's ahead of you, and we have to surrender to that and know. Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our weekly energy reading. We're going to open up some sacred space, call on our guides, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron. Please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages to come through. Bless me. Bless my cards. Bless my beautiful viewers. Little ashes just fell a little bit. So let's see what messages we really need to hear this week. I have some beautiful yellow roses in front of me, and they are so divine and so bright and so yummy. I'm going to show them to you. I feel like they're very symbolic of the energy for this week, which I see this as a solar plexus. We are releasing any kind of shame, any kind of guilt held in our belly space. We are allowing the universe to, I guess you could say, we're finally saying we're worthy. We know that we are worthy of receiving sunshine, receiving love, receiving roses, receiving just the good that life has to offer. And a lot of times that's us truly knowing that we're worthy of it. And our trauma and our wounds and all of our pain and suffering can be held in the belly space. It can be held in the heart chakra, this is what I call the grief zone. It's also your joy center. Your joy center is your high heart. But when we experience heartbreak, when we experience pain and loss, it's held in the chest space. That's where our grief is. But in order to access deep joy and deep love, we have to break our hearts open to allow more love in and more light in, I must say. So let's open up and see what we need to hear. I just felt guided to use my Gateway Oracle deck. I'm feeling very different today. I feel the separation happening more and more in my life. And with the people that I'm around, I just feel like I can't be with certain people who are in a different vibration. The separation is getting real. My throat chakra just went nuts as I was saying that. So if you feel that divide happening with you, you feel like you're around people and you're just like wanting to leave immediately, you have to honor that, okay? We're going to cut the deck. First message: believing in magic. True magic is abounding in my life. Look at what's coming out of that hat. Look at all those beautiful signs. So magic to me is the ability to surrender and to tell the universe, my phone just lit up, and I'm sure you guys heard that, to tell the universe, I am open to receiving what you have for me. I know in this little hat of tricks and signs and synchronicities and manifestations, I know that my soul came here to learn some lessons and to do some things. And if we're not in alignment, if we're still holding anger from our past, if we're still judging other people, if we're still ego driven, saying, well, I want this to happen and I don't care what anybody else thinks or what the universe thinks, that's an ego drive. We have to be open and surrender to the divine plan and know that, okay, maybe certain things I'm meant to have in this lifetime and certain things I'm not meant to have. You know, some people, maybe they're not meant to get married. Some people, maybe they're not meant to have children. You know, it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. And I always think about certain people in my past who have passed away, and maybe they were single and they never had a partner, they never had kids, but that was their soul's mission. Like that's what their soul signed up for. So a lot of times our ego tries to grab the wheel and drive the car, and it keeps us in suffering and not really appreciating what we really came to experience, which is the magic of the journey. So if you can let go of the ego's desire to plan your life out, you're going to receive so much more. And my daughter taught me that the minute she passed away. My daughter passed away in 2012, and that was my first lesson in, okay, I thought my life was going in this direction, and I quickly learned that that wasn't my path. And it was the most painful experience of my life. And for a lot of parents, It can kill some parents to bury their children. And it's not the path that we thought we would have chosen for ourselves. Who would really sign up? Apparently we did, me and other parents, that, to wake up every day knowing that our children aren't here anymore, physically. What a painful existence to sign up for. But I have to believe in the magic. I have to believe there was some method to that. Like, why would I choose that? And I believe it's why I'm here. And a lot of people, when they awaken, they think, okay, my life is going to go this way, and I know it. And I'm there to say, hey, you have to be open. I was there too. Like, I was pregnant, and I had a partner for 8 years, and we thought our life was going one way. And then the universe, we had to pivot, and we had to change course because certain things are unfolding that we didn't plan. But I believe in the magic. I believe that there's a higher meaning behind it. So if your life has not gone to plan, you have to surrender to that. It's not easy, so I'm sending you so much love. We have to be open, but we are powerful co-creators, but we have to know we have to work with spirit to co-create the life of our dreams. Okay, final card for this deck. Embarking on an adventure. I savor the wonders of the world. So this is you going out and appreciating life, living life, taking a hot air balloon ride, going and visiting and traveling other places, embracing and savoring what this life has to offer, believing in the magic. I also believe that when we want to manifest and co-create things, and the whole world is saying, oh, you're not going to be able to do that. The market's so bad, you're not going to be able to sell your house, or you'll never get this, or that car is too expensive. I believe in the opposite. I believe that we can create magic anywhere, and we can create anything as long as we're being good people and we're asking for help from the universe, and we focus our attention on it, and we know not to be attached to the outcome, because life can go any way, right? We have to be open to the higher plan. And I believe when we open ourselves up to that, there's no restriction, there's no grip on the outcome. We're just embarking on an adventure and saying, show me how magical my life can get. All right, this is Tosha Silver's prayer deck, the Wild Offering. All right, we have calmness, health, and despair. So let's do calmness first. The inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear Lord. May your peaceful calm take over. Beautiful little hummingbird at the top. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear Lord. Quiet the ego. May your peaceful calm take over. So as you embark on an adventure, maybe you feel like your life is going in a new direction, and you're like, whoa, I did not expect this. I did not expect to be, moving cities or changing jobs. And it's like asking the universe, quiet my ego. My ego is going to be like, what are we doing? This is stupid. This doesn't make sense. But the mind is meant to do that. It's meant to protect you. So you're going to calm the mind down. Then we have despair. I need your divine intercession right now, O great spirit. Lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. Open me to your highest plan. May I be a vessel for your love. So we're offering it up. We're saying, I don't know how this is going to go. Universe, please show me the way. Change me into a person who can handle this situation. Allow me to be calm. Lift this darkness from my soul. And we all have to go to the darkness at some point on our journey. Normally, when people spiritually awaken, their life tends to start to fall apart. It doesn't always immediately start to get better. You actually start to wake up to what's not working. And then you have to leave the job. You have to change cities. You have to, change groups of friends. Like, everything starts to change, which is the difficult part. There are 6 stages. I think there's 6 or 7 stages to spiritual awakening. And it's really important, if you have not educated yourself on these stages, you really should educate yourself, because at some point we go through the dark night of the soul. We go through the period of where we are in despair, and we need the universe, oh great spirit, lift this darkness from my soul, right? We have to surrender and know that, okay, this is all happening for me. I feel so dark and I feel scared and everything's crumbling and I don't know what's going on. But that's actually the perfect stage to be in on your journey. And a lot of times it can come in health conditions, it can happen, things can happen to your body. It says, allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of my body, no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Help me be a loving ally and friend to the sacred form. So if there's any kind of breakdown with your body, be gentle with it. There's always a spiritual meaning behind every little tiny ailment, even if it's pink eye, even if it's a hurt ankle, there's always a spiritual meaning behind it. If you get the book called Heal Your Body by Louise Hay, it's a whole little kind of like a dictionary, if you will, of each of the body parts and what they mean regarding spiritual wellness. So it's a really cool book to have. So if you have pink eye, you go and look up what does pink eye mean spiritually. And in the book, it'll tell you, maybe your third eye is opening. It might talk about your ability to see life and be able to accept life, accept the things that you're seeing. So there's always these little hidden meanings behind everything. Your body is where your soul lives. So the soul will use the body to guide us to what we need to heal, what we need to work on, what we need to become aware of. So it'll send us these signals through ailments so that we'll go and look it up. And then we get the message from spirit through our body, which is pretty freaking awesome if you ask me. And that's why we cannot overlook the body. And we can also not overlook our homes and our cars. If you have a ceiling leaking, if you have plumbing that's clogged, that's all symbolic. Clogged plumbing usually means somebody's not expressing their emotions because water represents emotions. And if something is clogged regarding water, water can't get through. That means you're not speaking your truth. You're not sharing your emotions. A lot of times when I have things that are getting fixed in my house and it's an unclogging or maybe something floods, that's usually a sign that somebody in my life is coming to apologize and they're about to express their feelings. I'm very expressive. I'm pretty in alignment with that as much as I can. I very rarely get any kind of health issues because I've learned all of this. And as soon as I see a glimmer of it, I fix it. And I go in and I express myself, or I set the boundary, or I stop working with certain people that maybe I'm not supposed to be working with. Like things start to shift. And it's because I paid attention to my body and I took action right away. So if you're not taking action on your body signals, you might have things that are happening in your house to get your attention. Speaking of my car, I totally have to take my Jeep to go get fixed. So I feel like that's a sign of an engine, right? My engine is getting my engine needs fixing, which is symbolic of me. I'll be taking a break. I think the second or third week in September, I'm going to take a full break after my coaching program, which is so successful. But I feel like my engine is so dry. I'm like, I need a break. I have to rest up because I just went through 6 weeks of doing something I've never done before, balancing all these different schedules and appointments. Wow, this is crazy. The turtle card was at the bottom of the deck, and I believe I just shuffled and this just jumped out. I'm not sure how this card came out because I was talking. It says, what is under your shell? What experiences have you had that can help others who might be suffering? It's time to share your wisdom. So if you've been seeing turtles in your reality, maybe on social media, out in public, the turtle is saying it is time. It is time for you to crack open that shell and figure out what have you gathered over the years, all of your experiences, all of your despair. Maybe it's a health condition that you went through and all of a sudden now you're being called to help others through it. Your light is felt when you walk into a room. You don't even need to speak. Observe more, talk less. See that people will still love you just for breathing. It is so important that when you spiritually awaken, you start to find that self-love, that self-acceptance. You really start to believe that, wow, I don't have to do more. I can just breathe and I'm accepted because I accept myself. So everybody is us pushed out. So if I accept myself, then that means most people will accept me, or I'll attract people that are accepting me. So you don't even need to do more. So that card I channeled, I created this deck first. It's my very first deck back in 2022. And I created this card because it was my sign when I spiritually awakened that I was an overbuyer. Like I would buy gifts for people all the time, thinking, I want to leave them feeling better. I want to make them remember me. But I was wanting to feel special in their eyes. I wanted to like really, really, really leave a mark. What I found was, when we leave a mark on people, it's how we make them feel, right? So yes, a gift can make somebody feel good, but I wasn't valuing me. I was just valuing the item that I was giving them and the creativity behind it. So what I learned to do was I signed up to stop buying gifts. I literally stopped buying gifts, and I would just give from my heart. I would reach out to them on random days and give them love. Or I don't know, I would just know that me as Michelle was enough. Like just a conversation is enough. I don't need to do more to be loved. So that's a message out there for somebody. Keep your wallet to yourself, hold off and only buy gifts when you really feel called to do it. And know that every time you walk into a room, you're enough. You don't need to speak more. You don't need to prove your point. You don't need to know things first. You can just relax and sit back and just appreciate the experience of being with other human beings on this planet, having a conversation, sharing a meal together, just really being present in the moment and not needing anything. I think one of the greatest gifts we can give our children and give other people is showing up and spending time with them, not needing anything from them. We don't need them to understand us. We don't need them to validate us. We don't need them to accept us. We don't need them to reach out to us. We are full and sovereign and whole and happy, and we're just there to be of service in any kind of way, just to share the experience. Okay, we're going to do the Sword of Light deck. I just saw inner peace at the bottom of the deck. So let's see. Sword of Light. Oracle, I think it's called Oracle of Angels. Awakening. 29. Okay. Look how beautiful that card is. The Great Awakening. It's happening on our planet. Your light is being felt. The more you awaken, the more your auric field is expanding, and it's helping other people heal. The more you heal, the more you help others heal. And people are awakening to their truth. Like I talked about that divide. We're realizing that, okay, there's an energy that I can't be around anymore. There's food I can't put in my body anymore. Like things are happening to me at a fast rate, and I'm embarking on this journey. I'm going through the dark night of the soul. I lost my job. I'm losing money. I don't know what's going on. We're in that despair. Maybe we have health conditions. But the turtle is saying you are gathering wisdom during this time. You're becoming more aware. You're awakening to who you really are. And your life up until now has been built on a shaky foundation. And when you awaken, you look at the foundation and you go, oh my gosh, I've been living on these belief systems. I've been believing that I have to work hard for money. What? I'm believing that I have to work hard to be loved. I'm not worthy of just breathing and walking into a room and being loved. So all of that starts to crumble, and we kind of rake it away. We shove it away, right? We clean it up. And then we build on a new foundation of self-love and boundaries and leaving a mark and knowing our worth and weeding out all the traumas and ripping the root out. And then all of a sudden, we rebuild our entire life on a new foundation of unconditional love for self, unconditional love for nature, unconditional love for others. And we just generate this beautiful energy that can never be broken. So the new foundation that you're building your life on cannot be broken. It will always be there. And yes, you're going to go through highs and lows, even as you're spiritually awakened, but the lows you won't go as low because you now have the tools and you have the foundation to go, okay, I know how to get myself out of this. Let me go to my joy list. Let me go to nature. Let me meditate. Let me go through all the steps in my group coaching program. I gave all the ladies a 20-step self-transformational process that I created myself through my own experiences. And there's 20 steps that I walk you through 3 different modules that are literally gold for your journey and your expansion and your manifestation game. Because these 20 steps are just something you can revisit over and over and over again. You know, say you get divorced in 10 years, go back to your 20 steps, just repeat them. You can rebuild your life again. And it's like this go-to module that it's like a structure, like a blueprint. It's like a blueprint of what you can do to maintain the most amazing life living on the dance floor with the universe. And I'm so proud of these steps because they basically helped me get to the point where I want to be in my life. And I know that I was designed to create them for all of you. I felt called to like create that as the creator I am. So it's almost like spirit moved me to create it. Okay, we are going to use the spirit animal, the wild unknown spirit animal. Okay, this is with Kim Kranz. The whale card popped right out. So as we know, the whale goes to the depths of the ocean, to the darkness. It's you going to the depths of your soul and not being scared. You're like, I am not going to fear this divorce, this breakup, this job loss, this illness. I am willing to go anywhere if it means I'm going to transform and become better. I'm ready to learn the lesson of forgiveness and compassion. And think about it. If your soul signed a contract and said, okay, I want to learn compassion and I want to learn forgiveness in this lifetime. Well, guess what your human has to experience? It has to experience somebody hurting them to forgive them, right? And my phone just lit up as I said that. You have to go through some sort of grief to birth compassion for others. You know, you have to experience physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, all of it. You know, maybe it's physical abuse, emotional abuse as a child. You have to understand that feeling to have compassion for somebody else going through it. And a lot of times we sign up for these lessons, but we forget that we sign up for them. And then we wonder, why did that happen to me? I don't understand this. But the whale is saying, you do understand. You are an old soul and you 100% know why you're learning the lesson that you're learning. Whether it's debt, whether it's grief, whether it's abuse, being molested, being homeless, just dealing with narcissist after narcissist, there's a reason for it. You on some level signed up for it. And if it's continuing to happen, it's because you haven't awoken to the truth yet. You haven't realized that you're somehow manifesting these situations to repeat because you haven't really seen that you're the creator creating it so that you can heal it and stop the pattern. So essentially, everything that we go through, we're going through it to stop the cycle in our family line. And once we stop the cycle, then it doesn't repeat. And that's essentially why all of our souls are here right now during this time. And I just saw the bee at the bottom of the deck. Nightingale. Somebody is singing their song. They're making that mating call. Maybe this is partnership, full moon energy as well. But somebody is calling out to you at night. Maybe they're dreaming about you. They're missing you. They're saying, I love you. Come get me. I miss you so much. Maybe whales are a sign between the two of you. And Spirit just said, believe in your magic and you can call that kind of partnership in. Yeah, the unicorn card is all about believing in magic. Do you believe in something you can't see, feel, or touch? That's the unicorn card, another full moon energy. We have a huge eclipse season coming up. So there might be a lot of people ending marriages, ending relationships, ending jobs, ending cycles. And they're knowing exactly when to do it. The crocodile waits and rests in the water, just barely in the water, waiting on when to pounce, knowing it's going to attack when the time is right. So we have believe in the universe, the unicorn card, be patient and rest until the perfect timing. It's like waiting for that perfect wave that I always say. There's certain phrases that I just tend to channel over and over again, but they're always hitting somebody's heart when they need to hear it. So we have the nightingale, a partner is calling out to you. Maybe it's the universe calling out to you saying, hey, it's time to sing your song. Get out there, share your voice, share your gifts. We need you. The world needs to or you need to understand that the world needs your uniqueness. You're like this unicorn. Nobody is like you. And you might be actually waiting and thinking that there's no perfect time to start. And maybe it's saying, just start already. Let's get some Micah magic on that. Micah, can you please bring us a message on waiting? Should we take action now or should we wait? You are loved. Lady Luck is on your side. Destiny has a plan for you. Let go of the need to know. Okay, so you don't need to know. We're going to shove that question out of here. We don't need to know when the timing is, because there's divine timing. We know everything happens when it's meant to happen. Lady Luck is on your side. So if you're seeing ladybugs, they're sending you signals to let you know that everything is coming to you and that you're loved. And to me, this is a loved one is here. Somebody has a loved one that's passed away. It's a feminine mother energy. So a mother, grandmother energy, a woman is here to say that I love you. And whales are significant for her. There's a connection with whales for her. Meditate. Maybe your mother figure is trying to connect with you in meditation. And you guys know that you can ask your angels, you can ask your guides, your loved ones, going into any meditation, ask them to bring you a message that you need to hear. They will do that. At the star card, this is wishes coming true and release. Wow. Somebody's going through an ego death. You're releasing anything that's no longer a match to your vibration. It's that shift, that divide from 3D to 5D. And the star is a healing energy. It's really like believing. It's believing in that magic, believing that you can co-create the life of your dreams, but also having faith that, not having faith, but also realizing that you have to release things that you might not want to let go of. It says endings that lead to new beginnings, the need to release situations or people that hold you back, spiritual transformation. One of the toughest experiences on the spiritual journey are ego deaths, because it's literally, like I said, my ego had to fall away when I thought I was going a certain way with my daughter and my partner at the time. Him and I planned this whole life together, and my ego literally crumbled because everything was taken from me. So I had to surrender and say, man, my ego wanted to hold on and say, but I need this. This has to happen. What? No. She can't pass away. This is this isn't what I planned. So that was my first real ego death. Was I thought my life was going a certain way, and I was quickly like slapped on the wrist, like, no, Michelle, you know better. You can't plan life. The universe has something bigger for you. So sometimes when there's death, when there's loss, when there's pain, and I'm sending you so much love if you're going through that right now. And I don't speak lightly of it, even though I'm speaking fast and not, I'm not crying talking about my daughter, but it's because I've been through 7 years of healing to get to a space to understand why it all happened. But at the time, I was not okay with it. And I resisted it and I fought it. And I was like, no, this is not supposed to happen. I want her back. And I was angry. I had so much anger. But then the star card comes in. It says, have faith. The future is bright. Dreams do come true. Positive changes that bring an end to challenging times. The light at the end of the tunnel. So the release card is the ending, and the star card is the happy ending after the ending. It's the result after the ending. It's the rainbow, essentially. So it's kind of cool that Spirit made us pull these two cards together, because the star is like the wish fulfilled. You're going to get what you wanted, and sometimes you're getting the thing that you didn't even know that you wanted. So my mind thought I wanted my life to be a certain way with my daughter, but essentially, that was part of our mission, and she's here behind me, helping me in all these readings. I literally created a deck with her name on it, Micah Magic. So I could have never planned that, and it's so beautiful now. I love my story. I would never change any of it. I love that she's with me and that we get to bring you all these messages and we get to assist you on your spiritual journey so that you can learn to let go of the outcome of where you think your life is going. You have no idea what's ahead of you, and we have to surrender to that and know that what we desire will come in. It's just a matter of time. Okay. And I am proof. I am 7 years into this. Well, 12 years in. My daughter would be 12. My awakening kind of started when she passed away, but then I really spiritually awakened like 5 years later. And that's when I went on my deep dive to really understand the ego and the mind. And if you have not done so, if you're spiritually awakened, if you consider yourself spiritually awakened, and you have not read a single book about the ego, you got to go back and you got to go read books about the ego, watch videos about the ego. Okay. Because if you do not understand that concept of the mind being separate from the soul, you have to understand that. Otherwise, your ego is not going to allow you to release anything because you're living from it. You're actually in your ego. Okay. So to me, a spiritually awakened person already knows about the ego. They're not living from ego. They're learning how to deconstruct it slowly and live from soul and learn about the chakra system, learn about the energy body. Okay, there's more to life than just manifestation. You're here to heal, to evolve, to expand. You literally want to expand and experience the most amazing connections and love. You're not here just to experience the physical. Okay, love is the purpose. Love is the mission. And your dreams and your desires and your manifestations, they might not fulfill you the way you think that they're going to fulfill you. And that is an ego death, is you realizing that and falling back into, okay, I don't need all of those things. I want connection. I want to serve. I want to help people. I want to know what did I come to earth with? What's inside of me? How can I share that? Like, I had no idea that I could do all of this. So it's so wild how we think that when we spiritually awaken, it's all about manifestation and creating our reality. And we see all these other manifestation teachers on YouTube teaching about how to get the car, how to get the house, teaching about scripting. And it's so beautiful. And I've done those videos too. But really, the real point of life is connection, relationships, learning the lessons, ending the patterns in our family line, just appreciating a flower and nature and yummy food and just being so present in the moment, knowing that the manifestations are happening all the time, but you're just this solid queen or king who is just always in receptive mode. So you're not out there trying and trying and trying. That would be the ego. The ego is waking up every day asking, what can I get today? How can I serve myself? And the soul wakes up and says, how can I be of service? How can I serve others today? And that's the difference between somebody who's not advanced, but I would say who's been on the spiritual journey for a while, and they've gone through ego death after ego death after ego death. They've had manifestations come in and realized it did nothing for them. And now they're here to help you all realize that, don't waste your time looking for the manifestations. How about sit in the presence of today and just say, it's such a gift. It's such a gift to be alive. And I love what I've cultivated. I love my relationships. And really think right now, if you're watching this, and if you can't think of 5 people in your life who you truly connect with and love, and they love you, and you have a bond like you wouldn't believe, that should be your mission. From here on out, before you manifest the money, you need to be manifesting beautiful connections, because when you transition, you're not going to be happy about the money that you manifested. You're going to be proud of yourself for the love that you gave and for the love that you were open to receive. So really think about that. Think about 5 people. You want to have at least 5 people in your life who they call you because they love you. You call them because you love them. You genuinely care about their soul and they care about you. And I know a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers are out there and, think about, do they have that in their life? Or are they out just teaching you how to manifest millions? Do they have connections? Are they talking about their loved ones? Are they sharing their experiences and appreciating life? You know, watch watch who you're learning from. Take inventory. Okay? Think about the importance of why we're here. Okay, we're not here to attain. That is ego driven. And if you're watching a teacher who's only teaching you how to attain, then they might not have learned that lesson yet. Okay, just because somebody has a certain amount of followers and subscribers doesn't mean that they've learned all the lessons, and they don't have to. Maybe it's not their time yet. And just like me, I had my daughter, I needed to learn that lesson that I can't plan life. I can't control when I learn lessons, even me right now, you know, like I can't control what I'm going to say in a reading where, you know, spirit speaking through me, and maybe I'm still in my ego with some of the teachings. It's okay. We're all allowed to be at certain stages of the journey as long as we're continuing to be loving and compassionate and allowing you to be all of you. But just take inventory of who you're learning from. Are they heart-centered? Are they wanting the best for you as their consumer? Okay. Make sure they're not just wanting to pull money from you. Make sure they're not trying, like, this is a big one. Make sure they're not trying to keep you on a loop of manifesting something and keeping you away from sharing your gifts. This is a big piece. There's a lot of false light teachers out there who are looping you into manifest money, manifest money, manifest money, but they're not pushing you to share your spiritual gifts or what you came here with, like the turtle card, like what's under your shell? What can you share? You know, yes, we can manifest money to bring comfort to our lives so that we can share our gifts. But really think about those teachers out there or coaches that you're learning from. Are they pushing you to be you? Are they pushing you to love yourself? Are they allowing you to know that you should feel worthy of receiving? And that's the kind of people you want to surround yourself with, people that care about you. And you'll feel that through a teacher or coach. You'll feel love after watching them. It won't be so mechanical. It won't be so follow these steps and there's no feeling or emotion involved, right? You'll feel the person's energy and they want the best for you. And I only share all of this because you're on YouTube watching this right now. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I am still growing. You guys see my ups and downs. The people in Awaken Your Magic and my group coaching program, you guys have heard me talk about how I get overwhelmed and I have to like shut down things sometimes because I don't know which way I'm going and I can't hear my intuition some days. But I'm just here to say that I used to be somebody who would watch other teachers and coaches and they kept me on a loop. I would watch intuitive readings about twin flames over and over and over again. That was a loop. They were false light. They were keeping me from actually doing my mission. I was too busy focused on, you know, whether my special person was going to arrive, and I wasn't creating anything for myself. I wasn't creating my abundant life. So I had to turn off that stuff, that loop, the toxic loop, and I had to go become a creator. And I did. So that's why I share this, is because I know a lot of people, when you spiritually awaken, you tend to get sucked into these readings. But I always say, make sure you're learning from somebody who's heart-centered, who wants the best for you. They're not giving you false hope. And maybe and that they're living it. You know, you want to make sure you're learning from somebody who's really trying to learn and grow along with you, and they're not claiming to have gotten there, because that would be an ego. An ego claims to know everything. It claims to, I know how to do this and I know how to do that, where you know, a solid wholesome teacher will say, I don't have all the answers, but I'm excited to learn with you, right? Okay, quick drink break. All right, here we go. Let's do some more Micah magic. Oh my goodness. Heal yourself and you help others heal. I think I said that earlier, didn't I? Ooh, a new partner. Proposal, next level in love. Heck yes. And then you're awake now. Keep your light lit. Yep. There's no going back. You can't unknow what you know. Okay, let's do my butterfly deck. a lot of people are drawn to this deck. They say that they like it, so we're going to use this more. My hair is everywhere. I just heard the truth is surfacing. You can no longer not be in your truth. And I'm looking at my charms bowl and I'm seeing the fish charm. So this could be a water sign. Somebody who's a water sign, this could be stay in the flow. Don't be a fish out of water. As soon as you're not in integrity, if you're not being integrous, you're out of the flow, you're out of alignment. Perfect. Breathe, gratitude. We'll do gratitude first. Got some purple going on. Giving thanks. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. So if you've been looking to call in more abundance for yourself, for your family, I just heard $10,000. Whoever's trying to manifest $10,000, I 100% know it's possible. I've done it in my own life. I've done $30,000. I've done $150,000. I was manifesting 50K, but I got 25K. So I've done different stages. I was manifesting $10,000 a month. I got 20K a month. So money is such a funny thing to manifest because it only comes in when you're ready to receive it and you can't always control it. But it also can come in faster if you quickly change your habits and you show gratitude. So being thankful, maybe writing a letter to yourself and thanking yourself for everything you've already created. You know, the abundant life that you already have, you're giving thanks to the universe and your higher self, saying, thank you for guiding me here. Thank you for allowing me to forgive my family members. You know, I had to forgive so many family members for past hurts. Lots of different things have happened to me on my journey where I held grudges and I didn't want to forgive. And I was like, you can't tell me to forgive that person. They hurt me so bad. And then I realized that was my ego talking. My ego was still pissed that I didn't get the love that I deserved, right? But that was also my soul signed up for that contract and it chose that experience. So why would I waste a single ounce being upset about it? Now I have an understanding of, okay, this happened. I can't undo it. I can't unknow it. Now, what am I going to do moving forward? I'm going to transmute it. I'm going to transcend it and know that, wow, that taught me what not to do. And now I can be so thankful that I know what not to do. And I can be the person that does it better, right? Who lives with more love, who lives with more compassion, who has people calling her because she leaves them feeling better and they know that they can trust her and they can go to her. So writing a gratitude letter for yourself for becoming the person that forgave your past. You forgave people from your past. This is what calls in money. And money is so finicky like that. As soon as you let go of your past, money drops in 100%. And when you change your routines, you switch up your routines, you cleanse your vessel because your vessel is your magnet, right? And money is love. So if you're in a frequency of love, meaning your body is light and you're loving it, you're taking it to the gym, you're meditating, you're going in saunas, cold plunges, whatever you like to do to nurture your body, that's love. And maybe you're in nature and you're seeing how abundant the trees are and the flowers and like the roses and you're just surging with good energy. That is abundance. That's the vibration of prosperity. And when your gratitude kicks in and you're just like, oh my God, universe, everything feels so good. Thank you for bringing me this life. Thank you for letting me experience the pain because now I can appreciate the beauty. And then we have breathe. The breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and the divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is energy, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. So it says your breath permeates your entire being with prana. And this woman, I always tell all my clients, my feminine clients, to meditate naked, to really connect with the body and to connect with their feminine energy and just to connect to every single body part, your skin, your touch, your scent. Maybe have candles lit, maybe have rose petals on your body, and just make it an experience for you. And her hair kind of looks like me today, which is kind of cool. But you're giving your body the experience of, let me just rest and meditate and breathe in that prana. Breathe in all of that abundance, that prosperity through every single chakra, right? You're imagining you're cleansing your whole body to attune and align up with the universe. And when you align to the universe, you feel love, you feel the connection, and there's nobody here, right? You're just feeling this connection that you can't see, feel, or touch. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I just said you can't see, but you can feel. You can't see, but you can feel, but you can't touch it. That's that prana. It's that life force energy. And I'm telling you, when you do that, you can access levels of abundance that you never thought you could. And I mean abundance in love, in joy, in peace, and prosperity, so many different ways. But meditation and breath work is a huge way to prime the system. Okay, let's do a little angels of abundance. Let's see, we've got a little psychedelic colors here. Angels, what do you need my viewers to hear? What do they need to hear about abundance? Partnership. Interesting. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So you might be attracting new people into your life that can assist you on your journey. It says you're receiving help from heaven. So heaven specifically is sending you these people. Okay, final card from Spirit Animal Wisdom. Whoa, did you guys see that? That was crazy. Kangaroo. Courage. You are being tested. Have faith and stand in your truth. Remember, I said earlier there's a great divide happening. We have to be in our truth. We cannot lie. We cannot, keep doing things that we know we shouldn't be doing. We have to have the courage to face it, to go towards your truth, go towards what feels amazing for you. And I just looked down and it said new partner with the fish. So maybe this new person is going to be a water sign. Maybe they're going to live by the ocean. Maybe this is saying, maybe go visit the ocean. You might go meet somebody there. Maybe they live in Australia, kangaroo. But there's a new level in your partnership, maybe a proposal, a new partner, sending gratitude to the divine for sending you this person, the money, the job, the new experiences. But I believe all of these connections are coming in right now because we are needing to stand together as we go through our awakenings. As we heal and evolve, we need that partnership to come through to do our missions together. All right, lovies, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to work with me, everything is in the comments or the description. All right, peace out.